What's up, YouTube? Mark Anthony back with another video. Going to touch on some news on the executive level that has happened in a giant $11 billion company, Kraken, one of the exchanges platforms that we have been used to trading on. One of the big boys, another CEO, has decided to step down. So we're going to go touch on that for a little bit, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on how I'm kind of seeing a trend amongst all of these exchanges and these platforms that were once basically Bitcoin derivatives in the beginning and now have grown into something that is similar to providing a giant oxymoron in the cryptocurrency trading space. So if you have not done so, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop your comments down below. For those of you that do use Kraken to exchange cryptos, will this be enough to make you switch into another platform or move your assets and just see how this all shakes out? But let's get down to it. This article from Bloomberg basically is talking about how CEOs are starting to step down places such as Genesis, Alameda, and now Kraken. Okay, so Jesse Powell is now going to take a step down as CEO, still being involved with the company. However, he's going to devote, as he says right now, 50% of his time on other things. That's been the common trend amongst the reason and rationale for a lot of these CEOs stepping down. And most notably is the Bitcoin evangelist Michael Saylor. When he stepped down and took a step back, that's kind of huge news when you look at some of these guys in the early adoption of Bitcoin and how crypto has been implemented, and to this point, much less where they were years ago when they were some of the early adoptees. So definitely want to talk about how these exchanges and how we're starting to see maybe a little bit too much control, right? So the whole purpose of DeFi and decentralization is we're trying to get away from the default board meeting roundtable where you have all these bankers talking about this, that, and the other, and how we're going to manage people's money and how we're going to play things in the long term, and basically just have this middleman, if you will, between actual currency and the investors, the shareholders, the stakeholders, whatever you want to call them, basically the people that have the assets and the actual company. So this step down from Powell is just another notch on the belt when it comes to these high-powered CEOs that are maybe a little bit, paid their dues, kind of getting seasoned, and with all this turmoil that's going on with the inflation that we are going against in this bear market. But it is important to note, however, whether it be MicroStrategy, Alameda, Kraken, we are getting away from these single-minded dreams that we once had as a crypto community into now back into the default board meeting, the round table, like I said, where we're having all these executives that are going to share votes and basically implement a corporate takeover of these companies in the near future. And it kind of reflects on possibly the institutional money that we're seeing that's on the sidelines right now, and why we're in this bear market, right? If you look at some of the charts and the data supporting these claims, you definitely can see how volatility during times of inflation and fear directly correlates with the money that is flowing in or out of crypto. So definitely something to monitor, not just Kraken, but FTX, Binance, a lot of these CEOs that have been under scrutiny, just kind of in this global climate that we're in, where we are headed with the mass adoption of crypto as we navigate through this bear market and times of inflation. So interesting to note. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear what you guys are planning on doing for those of you that do trade with Kraken, and we'll see you in the next one.